Okay, so we're looking for all of the screws out of all of the holes. We're looking in here, making sure this little arrow indicates that it needs to come out. It's holding the body case together. So we've got one there, we've got one here, one here. Now, if you have a look at the back, we've got one underneath the foot. So I'm guessing this is a screw under here, and that screw is going to hold the chassis together. So don't like taking feet off because they never go back properly, but I've got some good double-sided sticky tape. I'm going to take it off and own it. Massively inappropriate tools, but I think it's out of warranty now, so feet. Hate it when I lose feet. All of a sudden the laptop doesn't sit straight. It's just one of the most annoying things. Anyway, I'll make sure they go back on good. So we've got a couple of screws under there. Now I am just double, triple checking that there isn't another screw. That was the one that held on the cover. There's no screws here. There's no triangle underneath this foot, so I'm going to presume there's no screw. Anyway, yes. So, last two screws. And are these normal case screws? Yep. So they can go in that pile. Okay. So, for you that have opened cases before, it's a little bit like magic, but you're going to need one of these. And go steady. And triple check that you've not forgot any screws. I'm tempted to take this foot off just to see, but no, don't be silly, Bob. Trust yourself. Okay, so the black cover is going to come away from the laptop and leaving the motherboard and the metal palm rest piece behind, and obviously the screen. Podger. And we are gently looking for, oh yes. Oh yes, that sounds good. Now bear in mind this palm rest is metal, so we don't want to be bending that. In fact, while I'm on that subject, and at the right angle, this trackpad is lifted in this corner and has been since about a month after it was under warranty. So I'm going to have a quick look at that. It's always worked, but it is annoying that it sticks up and catches my finger, so... Right, anyway. Opening up the case. Nice and gentle, especially around the ports. We don't want to be replacing any ports. Bit of a podge, bit of a twist. Is there another screw? No, there is no screw. Well, that's not good. That's one of the little tabs flown off. But I was being particularly heavy-handed with it. Well, that's very interesting. So, case is free. Battery's a floater. Just floats. I'm sure it doesn't just float, but why is it just floating right now? Oh, right, anyway, here's the case off. How many lugs have I broken? Let's have a look. They're okay. This one's a little damaged. Well, that's not bad at all. Right. Set that away. Okay, just while we're at it then, why the heck is that battery not screwed in place? Maybe it was screwed in place. So I can confirm that I've never had this laptop open before, but the battery holders have all broken. I do remember when I bought this laptop, it was incredibly fantastic spec for at least £200 cheaper than it really should have been. And maybe this is why. And the trackpad being inferior, shall we say. But that is incredible. Anyway, I might just put a bit of glue or double-sided sticky tape or something to... We don't want it rattling around anyway. But it's been fine. Never had any battery problems. So never just grab the lead and pull these connectors. Get down, have a look, see what sort of connector it is. Now, it looks like one of those that you just pull out. Et voila. So yeah, we've got this thing here, which should be fully circular and have a screw through it. This one. And there's one there that's broken. How did that break in the machine? I can't imagine it's ever been dropped. But anyway, yeah, it's 9 years old, this laptop. So anyway, right, back to what we are doing. What we're doing is we're going to clean this fan. We're going to clean the vent at the back because it will probably be clogged up. Let us have a look. Whoa, what is this? What? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? So we've got a... Oh, wow. Look. I've got a feeling that the person that was tasked with fitting the batteries to this batch of laptops had the torque settings wrong. There can be no way that this damage has been done even by dropping. But it's not been dropped. It's never been dropped. Wow. Well, that's why it was cheap. And that's absolutely fine because I got an absolutely banging i7 computer that has a loose battery and always has. Hey ho, brilliant. Alright, so we'll see what we can do with that. I might even try and this absolutely, yeah, that is just been done quite poorly. So I'm gonna look into, do you know what, I'm gonna use some mounting tape and I'm gonna disregard the screws, probably. Okay, anyway, back to the matter in hand. So we are going to be cleaning the fan, which is pretty dirty. You know what, it's not that dirty. And the thermal paste underneath the heatsink should be replaced maybe, but will it get replaced? And then in here, you've normally got a load of felt that is ultimately the dust that's compounded together. I have to say, it looks quite good. Looks quite clean. Anyway, right, let's have this off. Okay, what I am just realising is if I want to access the back of this and the back of the fan, I either take the heatsink off and remove the unit, or I remove the motherboard from the palm rest. Decisions. Let's have a closer look. What could go wrong if I removed the board? Well, you know what? Not much. The board is only up to there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10. Some screws. Yeah, I don't fancy doing the heatsink today. If I ended up putting it back together and it didn't work or overheated, I'd be I wouldn't know whether it was my ability to replace the heatsink paste or something else. So I'm going to split the jobs into two. Just going to access the fan, take the motherboard off, access the fan, come back to that another day. Okay. So, appropriate screwdriver, and let's have a look.